Hi guys, H99 here. You see all this here? This is all the cleaning supply that I have for my firearms. God, where do I start? Let's start with cleaning first, and I'll go with the lubricants. This is the cleaning side. I only use Hoppe 9. Okay, Hoppe 9 for everything. And this thing lasts me about a year. Okay, this little bottle lasts me a year. I bought it on sale at Academy for I think $4.99 a piece. I have 2 or 3 of these one time, and I just, have them. I clean my semi-automatic rifle with it. I clean my bolt action rifle with it. I clean my revolver with it. I clean my shotgun bore. I clean my semi-automatic pistol with it. I clean all my firearms with Hoppe 9. So Hoppe 9 is the way to go. You can use it's work great for barrel cleaning if you don't want any ammonia-based solvent for your inside a barrel. But I think it'd be all right as soon as you don't leave it for too long, because ammonia tends to absorb moisture, attract moisture. So eventually it will do more damage than good. So like this big boy right here. See, $9.95. See, I have a sticker price on there. I think I bought that at the local gun shop for $10. It's called Butch bore sign, and I'm telling you, dude, don't use copper. Do not use copper brush when you're using this cleaning solvent, because this solvent is very, very, very strong. Yeah, it smells like cat piss. It's very strong ammonia base, so I would stay away from this if you wanna. Well, yes, I have used this on my Mosin, on my AK, what else? On my AR-10, my CMMG, and what else? On my M&P 10 as well, my AR-10 M&P 10. I shoot a lot of steel through it, so it's very, very dirty. And somehow the Russian round, they got a weird hardened copper that it will leave the big filing on there. This worked very, very well. This is one of the 2 that I always, recommend, but this is my top priority, okay? Barrel wise, I use this Remington bore cleaner. I don't know if Remington still make this. I got 10 of these when, Sportsman Warehouse going out of business, and I bought it for $2, I think $2 piece on this. I think I have 4 or 5 left that's still in the actual package. Bad thing about this thing, you need to shake it up. If not, you squirt out nothing but oil. There's some residue on the bottom. But that, I compare that. See, you have to say inverse and shake well before using. So I realized that, wow, this is my 3rd bottle over the year. So I realized that it comes with a BB in there, but a BB is not hard enough for you to shake. So I put 2 this AR trigger pin and a hammer pin, and then a couple of my my BBs from my BB gun. So so help it stir it up better. If your gun is really, if this don't get the copper filing and the lead out of your the barrel, look right here, it say effectively remove lead, copper, carbon, and plastic wood. See, fouling right there. Okay, effectively remove. If this won't remove the residue of fouling in your barrel. Out of your JB, remember this freaking JB is something that I don't want to use. This will take some metal out of your barrel. Okay, this will guarantee to take stuff. It's nothing but bore shine. It's almost like yeah, right. It's a non-embedded bore cleaner compound. So it's a compound. This eventually will remove some of the metal out in your barrel. So I don't recommend this until you have to. If you really have to use this, use it, guys. But I don't use it very often. I got this jar for a few years now, maybe 8 or 9 years, and it's I probably use it 8 or 9 times. over, over the year. So, U.S. made in USA, right there. So this compound here eventually will take the finish out your, if it's chrome light barrel, it's fine. But, just a normal genetic bolt action rifle, I don't recommending this. You can, it's your rifle. You can do whatever the hell you want with it, but that's your rifle. I have it, handy just in case I need it. Lubricant wise, I am a believer of the Triflow. Triflow. And you can get them on Amazon for like $3, and then they have option for you buy the Triflow synthetic grease. Guy, way to go. I'm telling you, I'm very happy with their products, and I don't know where the hell they came from. Might be the U.S. made. Yeah, made in USA, so it's U.S. Made grease. Well, the oil probably import from Saudi Arabia. You never know, But I know at least it's got some, it's packed here in the U.S. Great lubricant for your firearm. This is very, very fine. This Triflow lubricant is kind of runny, if you don't want it, it's kind of runny. But the CLP is the next thing up that I recommend. Still, CLP, brick face CLP. Like I told you in the past, I bought half a gallon of these right before my daughter was born, and she's 9 now. Yeah, so I am for 10 years. I only have a quart left, which is I better use half a gallon. It's also made here in the U.S., so made in USA. The CLP here, it's just a refill. I got this spray bottle because it doesn't have much left. Because if I really need to spray something, like my bicycle chain, I use this. Spray bicycle chain work really well for a bicycle chain. Rem oil, not a Remington product. Remington not in business anymore. I don't know who owns it now, but this Teflon base, it works great for lubricants. It works great for the outside, the finish of the firearm. You leave it overnight, then you eventually it would, Teflon. I don't know why Teflon tends to attract a lot of particle or stuff in the air. I do a testing on it. One gun, I lubricate it with the CLP, the outside, and the finish coat. What do you call it? Outside, protective coat. There you go. And the other one just Rem oil, but I leave it there for like 2 or 3 weeks. But somehow Rem oil attract more dust than I expected. It might be my thing. And my buddy is a believer of Rem oil and everything. He don't believe in CLP or anything. Rem oil and everything. So he even cleaned his gun with this. Now that's his gun, but work very well. I don't use it very often. Mainly use the CLP, the Triflow with this, my true go-to. And I bring acetone here. Why acetone? Why acetone? This is no different than your carburetor cleaner. Acetone, no different than carburetor cleaner. People use, I soak my lawnmower carburetor in acetone before, and whatever I got left, I filter it out and dump it back in here, overnight. So it's clean it, guys. Really help, You need to soak your Glock slide, well, make sure you remove, if you have a plastic sight or tritium sight, remove it. Cause this freaking thing will eat your sight. I guarantee it will eat your sight, okay? Like my Ruger LCP, I carried that gun for, years. And that gun just smelled like me and got my sweat in it, got my skin shed in it. It actually pretty damn gross. What I do, I poured it out in a small container. And I'll just dump the whole thing in there and, and soak it overnight and cover it up, soak overnight. And then filter it and dump it back in here. And the reason I have this here because I got my, the Chinese SKS. It's got a ton of cosmoling in it. So I bought this to clean the cosmoling off. That's why I still have about half left. Half container left. Let's see. This here is the other product of choke tube grease and gun grease. I don't recommend this. Man, this is a shit product. I have this for years, and I don't use this at all. You know, before I find out there's a better products. I also have a Mutec 1, which I ran out. I ran a Mutec 1, so I have one Mutec 1 that lasts me, you know, a tube lasts me about 12 years. So, you know, actually tube lasts me 12 years. So, you know, that's something you need to consider. But the older grease very runny, I find out. And one time I used this on my M1A, and man, I shot maybe 120 round, 120, 150 round. It just, yeah, it just, you can see that, how to say, the oil or the grease that won't stay on the finish very well, you know, but this will. Synthetic, you get what you pay for. This one is $3 at Walmart, and this one is $5. So quantity wise, this is better quality, better quantity. So it's bigger, better, cheaper. So that's all I got for you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget, God bless the USA, and be safe, be good. See you later.